This is your weekly trip to paradise, Louisiana style, with Gary Risponi. Paradise, Louisiana is also brought to you by Baton Rouge Coca-Cola Bottling Company, Benny's Car Wash and Oil Change, CCA Louisiana, and the CCA Louisiana Star Tournament, IMCO, and by Farm Bureau Insurance.
Welcome to Paradise, Louisiana. Welcome back to Superior Bait and Tackle here on Sagan Lane. And here we are on another Monday morning, getting ready to come up. We got a lot of rain in the forecast, but no major storms, thank God. But we need to pray for the people up in the Northeast right now, because them storms wrecked them. Look like they getting some of the things that we've been used to the last few years. So we'll pray for them. We know what they're going through. We're going to make another trip with Chaz. I was watching his website. Chaz is catching those bass. And everybody been promising me to take them back close to my camp in the Pontchartrain Basin. But Chaz always seems to be on the right spot at the right time. He knows what he's looking for. He's probably the most educated. He's the next legend, like some of the captains we've been fishing with all these years, in the 20 years we've been on TV. It's just amazing what these young captains are. Either they learn it on their own or they learn from the other masters. I'm talking about Dudley Vanderboer, talking about Captain Mike, what you call the Ventures. See, I got a brain dead cell this morning. But those captains right there that have been Pontchartrain in those areas, they always knew what to fish, they always knew what to fish, drop shot, live bait, plastics, and they taught a lot of people. But these young ones right now, and I'm talking about Captain Mike Bentley, over there, all them captains over there at Island Marina, it's amazing how those guys are always keeping people on fish. So as we pass on, these young ones coming up are pretty good. So we got a good tournament report from the kids again. We got a sac-a-lay, some results from the crappie masters, thanks to Blaine Salters, and we got a Abu Garcia fishing report and some events we need to talk about. So stay tuned. You're watching Paradise, Louisiana from Superior Bait and Tackle right here on Sagan Lane.
For the thirsty, for those who hang out in packs, for heroes, for sidekicks, for those who see the glass half empty, for those who see it half full, for those on the right, for those on the left, for those with nicknames, for those with curves, for people that cycle, for people that recycle, for BFFs, for frenemies, for those with style, for lovers, for families, for big families, for everyone.
you can see, that's a largemouth bass, but what we're showcasing today is the new Matrix Spin. Awesome little lure, awesome design, and this will be in your month's bait box, brand new to the Matrix family. We just simply casting and retrieving this bad boy in some shallow, winding, marshy areas off the Pearl River system. As you can see down, you got some grass on the shallow parts, and then on the other side of the shoreline, it's a little bit deeper. Just a fantastic fishery. We're catching bass, a lot of bass, a couple reds, very few trout. But the spinnerbait is extremely, extremely effective and very easy to fish. Let's see if we can put a handful in the boat. Nice pretty bass right there. Yeah, baby. Little marsh chunk. That's what we have out here in southeast Louisiana. When we get in the wintertime, these bass pile up in our little canal systems off of the marsh estuary, and it is a great table fare if you want to do catch and release. But I'm talking about you can catch 50 to 100 of these a day. And what we're using today is that new Matrix Spin, and I'm going to show you what makes this thing pretty cool, and it differentiates itself from your standard spinner out there. Now, whenever you're fishing a spinnerbait, just, long cast typically, you're just gonna reel it in. And then what I like to do, especially if there's a little grass around, if I feel it, oh, there he is. All right, we went from bass to reds. I think that's a red. That's the beauty part about a spinner too. It's gonna catch everything. Very versatile lure. Easy to just clip this on. I'm using a 1/4 ounce goldeneye or black platinum right here. You can also use an 1/8. Works well. And it's catching bass and redfish. But let me just show you, a little technique on spinnerbait fishing. Like I was saying, you just cast it out. It's just a simple reel. Look at my reel right here. Simple reel. Very, very good lure for a beginner. And then if you feel a little resistance, I just pop it like that. And that's just if there is a little blade of grass that got on there, something like that, it'll pull it off. But look at this spinner in the water right here, just to show you.
I've been asking him to change the oil for months now, and he never did. So I finally just went to Benny's. They even washed my car for free. And you know what? It was amazing. Yeah, I left Benny's and got home before Rob even knew I was gone.
Benny? Who the heck is Benny?
We put faith in our vehicles to connect us. We understand how important it is to have transportation you can rely on. So no matter what the road ahead brings, we'll be there, offering you and your family the support that's made Farm Bureau Insurance a trusted name for over 70 years. You deserve more. You deserve a promise.
As members of a Touchstone Energy cooperative, we've all got a job to do. And the more we work together, the more we save. That's the power of your co-op membership.
Demco, your Touchstone Energy cooperative.
Welcome back to Paradise, Louisiana. And let me give you some events again. We'll talk about it. And while we're talking about things that are going on right here in Baton Rouge and on their event calendar, and we told y'all last week that the Smithsonian, the Negro Motives for Green Book, that thing become more popular than I realized, and I was watching other local TV shows talking about it. But it had a lot to do with African American travel in the mid-century and up until now. That Green Book told them where to go, how to do it, where to be safe, what was good things. The most like going to a tourist magazine about a certain city or a certain state. So it's really big. It's going to run from August 21st through November the 14th. November the 14th. So I just want to get y'all straight and doing that because Visit Baton Rouge, not only, we tell people all the time about Visit Baton Rouge, you know, within Baton Rouge, 45 minutes, there's so many places to fish. I'm talking about by Saul in the south part of the Chapel Spillway, you got False River. You know, add another 15, 20 minutes, you got Old River. So if you're staying in Baton Rouge and you hear about the fishing biting, all those areas. And in the next few months, we're going to be bringing you some places you can fish off the bank, off a pier. And it's going to be with less than an hour from Baton Rouge or less than an hour from New Orleans. So we're going to give you more and more stories about it in the coming months. I'm putting that together. Also, can't forget this weekend the Gate On Duck Festival and the state and local duck calling championships on that Sunday. So all the events they got, I procrastinated. I forgot to call the girl before I come on to say if anything has been canceled. But it starts Thursday night. They usually have bands. Friday they got things going on. They're talking about the skeet shoots, and then they got the dog trial Saturday morning. They got the parade, the beauty pageant. Everything's going to the festival. We've been there every year. We're going to have a hard time. But why we're going to have a hard time getting there? Might get there Sunday for the Duck and Goose Calling Championship, but Ride the Bull this coming weekend, that's a festival. That's all I'm going to tell you. If you heard about it, if you haven't been there, if you watch other shows, if you watch Bayou Wild, they've done a couple stories on it. We've done stories on them. It's just unbelievable. It's just a sight to see, to believe, to be. And this is debatable, but the biggest kayak tournament in the world. So that's some of the special events coming up. And another real big one next month is the Jacob Dugouts Annual Memorial Bass Tournament. It started way back. It's a memorial tournament. A young man that fought cancer, fought everything, got his degree, super fisherman, and it's been put on in the last few years. If you want to find out more, the 20th Annual Memorial Bass Tournament, first place is guaranteed $5,000. It's going to be at Dry Runs Landing. You can't go south of 90. Entrance fee is $200. And the tournament is the most important thing, September 25th, 2021. You more information, Kurt Parent, 225-337-2996, and Philip Wagerspack, 225-571-4169. This is our tournament and rodeo report coming to you here from Superior Bait and Tackle. I was just asking the guys in here how they set up. They said, man, we've been ordering. We finally got home, we order. But people are being selfish. They come here and they finally got they got the hooks they want or the jigs they want, whatever. They buy the whole thing and it puts them in the bottom. They got to reorder. So I'm having the same trouble. And some of these reports, when we're coming up, it Blaine Salters. Blaine Salters has been make. He went to a boat show. He got a bunch of expo. He had a bunch of orders. He started finally going to work for his regular job. Been working all weekend. He getting a lot of rides ready, getting ready. Can't find the reels. When he does find the reels, they're gone before you know it. And still busy as he is, he give me this tournament report, man. This tournament report here is a little bit different than most of them because he gave me the final results. Let me see where I put it. I messed it up. Here it is. The Crappie Masters South Louisiana Crappie Trail. The yearly results. At the end of the year, the standings for the South Trail is Tim Hebert and Andre Smith, Wayne White and George Courville, Third was Stephen Robert and Bob Badron. Fourth was Glenn Davis and Jason Villiers. Fifth was Dustin Boudreau and Lindsey Boudreau. Now, the final tournament they had the other day, it was a 2-day tournament. The final, to add everything up in the scores, was Tim Hebert and Andre Smith. That's 2-day total. That's 14 fish, 19.56. Second was Ty Barbier and Lonnie. They had 18.25 big fish, 1.95. That's a 2-pound sac-a-lait, by the way. Third was Tony Smith and Tony Smith Jr. with 14 pounds. So thanks to Blaine Salter for that. Blaine, I know you're busy. You always wait till the last minute, but I love you. Thank you for what you're doing, and good luck on getting some more reels in and meeting your work schedule. So we understand. Thank you for that report. Now I'm going to go here to the Chapala Basin Bell River Public Landing. This is Junior Southwest Bass Masters. They had a great tournament over there this past weekend. The results was following 15 to 18-year age group. First place was Jace Martella from Walker. He had 9 pounds and something, 5 fish. That's 2-pound average. Second place was Peyton Mathern from Walker. Third place was Caleb Roblin from Denham Springs, and big fish was Jace Martella with a 3.25. 11 to 14. First place was Blake Luray from Bruley. Second place was Dustin Morales from French Settlement. Third place was Graham Skiro from Walker. Big bass was Grant Bruyette from Baton Rouge, 2.33. 7 to 10-year age group. First place, Gentry Rogers, Denham Springs. Second place, Hunter Strickland from Prairieville. Third place was Noah Roblin from Denham Springs, and big bass was Hunter Strickland. In the elder division, I'm going to give them credit. I usually don't mention them, but first place, Mason Faraci, and second place was Garrett Strickland. Third place was Ricky LeRae from Bruley. Big bass was Albert Cruz from Bruley. Look, thank y'all guys. Thank y'all, all those people over there at Junior South Bass Masters, especially the bros. Thank y'all for always sending that in. It's very interesting, popular part of our show. And every time I look at all these reports coming in, these high school fishermen, I think of Joe Macalusa. He told me a long time ago, he said, we're gonna promote this. And I did the same thing. He used to send me to the meetings and everything else. Joe said that it's gonna be popular, it's gonna be a high school sport, and it's the future of bass fishing. So thank you, Joe Macalusa. Now, let me see what else I got. I got some more tournaments here. Look, I don't mention this, but I got to give a shout out to one of my longtime friends and one of the best trout fishermen that ever come off the course, Boosie Toops. You know, he fishes with St. Cyr. He fishes with anybody that come around. His boys and them, they're always good fishing. I was very close to his daddy, rest his soul. His daddy built me a P-roll with ducks in it and everything. I've been on my mantle for years. And Boosie sent me this tip. He said, I still got it. Still alive and fishing. Still got it. They had the Dufresne building rodeo and cook-off at Bridgeside, and he sent me some of the totals you can see on the board and sent me a couple of pictures. And he was so proud. He took first place in speckled trout. So I got to give him a shout out. Southwest Junior Bass Masters, you heard, but the Ascension area bass anglers had their fundraiser. It's another big tournament that was coming up, you know, that comes up every year. And he sent me some totals. I'm going to try to read at least the top 5. The Ascension Bass Anglers that had it at Dryron's Landing also. First place was Jason Cry and Brennan Cry, had 15.7. Second, Jamie Lesh, Paul Cornwood. That's a name I ain't heard in a while. My buddy Jamie Lesh probably helped put this tournament on, but that's my longtime buddy, 14.67. And third was Matt Michel and Chet Peterson. And seventh was David Cavell and Mark Smith. Fifth was Steve Lesh and Glenn Leonard. And see, I said I was going to stop at 5, but 6, Caleb Pestarek and Charles Glorioso. All those people had 12, 13 up to 15 pounds of fish. I'm looking down this list right now, and you can go all the way down to, almost 20, and you got over 11 pounds. So there was a lot of fish caught, and a lot of money sent out, a lot of money raised for the right reasons. So that's it. Let me get to the fishing report when we come back. The Berkeley Abu Garcia Fishing Report. Thank you.
For the thirsty, for those who hang out in packs, for heroes, for sidekicks, for those who see the glass half empty, for those who see it half full, for those on the right, for those on the left, for those with nicknames, for those with curves, for people that cycle, for people that recycle, for BFFs, for frenemies, for those with style, for lovers, for families, for big families, for everyone.
Welcome back. Berkeley Abu Garcia Fishing Report. And, I'm going to start off and apologize. One thing, a lot of times I call the people, but it wouldn't be if Island Marina and them sending all these reports in. Some of these captains have really been getting out fishing. And all of them are telling me they're getting out early because the heat has been terrible. Or they either fish or fish at night. Under the lights on the piers and stuff, they find areas where they can catch some fish and still not suffer this heat. It's been the heat index been triple digits. So you need to be very careful. You need to hydrate. Coca-Cola got every kind of project you need or any kind of product you need. So you be sure and think about that when you're going out, especially with young kids or even older people. Take care of yourself, hydrate. Now, another one, Toledo Bend. A lot of times I don't have a chance to call those people over there, or they don't get to call me now that they're getting busy. But you can go to the lake country and you can find out, the lake stages, what the water stages, what everything's going on, where the fish are being caught, how deep. They have a little high water right now. I did get word that they were catching a lot of bass shallow. Okay, especially early in the morning, catching on top water. Another report I'm getting, and I haven't gotten in a long time, it come from Port Sulphur. Jerry LaBella, he's an outdoor writer, and he used to keep me up, but he's been calling back. Him and his friend, Jeannie Smith, they made a trip over there. I think they were fishing in Lake Washington. They were fishing a click and egg carp, and they were using the pearl white shrimp. And he sent some photos. The nice catch. They also was catching the sail-top catfish. By the way, a lot of people say, they're slimy. They're one of the best eating fish you can ever eat. If you don't like them, put them in your box, put them in a bag, and then put them in your box. But I'm going to tell you what, you fillet them like a catfish, one of the best eating fish you ever got. Mike Stevenson taught me that. Never throw them away, and I don't. So now, I'm going to go back to Island Marina. The captain's over there catching fish. There's starting to be a bass run like you saw with Chaz. They run and they know where them bass are. They know where that fresh water, a little bit more fresh water. Even if it's off-colored, they know how to fish them. They're doing it. But redfish, again, it's a no-brainer because redfish, I ain't heard nothing this week on the bridges. I didn't talk to Captain Mike Brantley. I've been having a lot of things going on with personal life. Praying. I got a nephew who needs a lot of prayers right now. He lost his wife with COVID. And I'm talking about people in their 40s. It's all around us right now. Can't put out any information. I know people don't want you to do sometime, but let me tell you what, there's a lot of people out there that need prayers. I'm praying much as I can. not only to keep Louisiana safe, to keep my friends that are out there that love to fish. Now, the Chapter Spillway, all my friends out there fishing. If you don't believe me, go to the land as you can see. But the best report I got right now is coming from Blaine Salters, poor thing, running like crazy, trying to keep his business going, trying to keep his bosses happy. He is doing what he can, but he has given me the most thorough report I ever got. Old River, they fish in the docks at Old River. They're not killing, but you ought to believe the size of them. Some people going out and catching 10 and 15. That comes from my brother, his camp. They getting their camp ready out there. And they fish in those docks. But the big news is the buttonwoods are coming into effect. And you're going to catch more numbers. And some of them are going to be big. He's been the best trip he said he's heard of, Blaine says, is 30 fish. Fish in the digs, fish in the straight line, and fish in the piers. All right, now, I know they're catching a few bass too, but I don't have a first-hand report. My brother said some guys were coming by the camp and telling them what they were catching, so that's it. Blaine also gave me a report from the spillway by Pigeon, the main canals and big bodies off of there. They catch them on the outside of the trees. They're finding the right brush, finding where the water's moving. They're catching sac-a-lait over there, but they're not as big. They ain't no monsters, but they're catching numbers. So that's the spillway. Also, the brim are biting in the main canals. You find them great, and you go up around those canals in the mid, off of Pigeon and going back toward Bell River. They're crossbars, and they're catching brim right now using crickets. So they're catching brim. They catch fish under cork. But about 4 foot of water right now. The water's getting down, getting low, so be looking. Same thing with Venice. The water's falling, so all you have to do is find it. So I'm going to make it quick now, so make sure Chris can use as much of the footage as he got. And don't forget, catfish are always in Lake Verret. Fishing night crawlers, fishing whatever you want to. People that are even fishing brim, they catch them on crickets. So, and that's the report I got. I know it's a little bit short. Come back next week. I promise to have a little bit more. Just remember, pray for what's going on. Keep these storms away. God bless Louisiana. Don't forget Superior Bait and Tackle.
Paradise, Louisiana is also brought to you by Baton Rouge Coca-Cola Bottling Company, Benny's Car Wash and Oil Change, CCA Louisiana, and the CCA Louisiana Star Tournament, IMCO, and by Farm Bureau Insurance.